it's just this idea of people looking for meaning, but finding it in false areas. And I think that's why I keep coming back to the part of the movie where the knight looks at the girl that's supposed to be burned at the stake for being a witch, and he tries to see if she is in league with the devil, because she says, "Look in my eyes and you'll see what the priests have seen." And he says, "I see nothing but terror." And I think that's, in a way, that's the one. I know that in the film he says that it alludes to there being no meaning in death, but I think that the terror at death is perhaps there's meaning in the communion of that. There's something strange. I think about it a lot because I think we focus on the differences we have in people, like, oh, these people are doing this, oh, this people are wrong about this and this and this, and we're always focusing on the differences because, of course, it's the differences that threaten us, and humans have that like negative bias to focus on what doesn't work, what they don't like. But it's so strange to me that we don't focus more on the one thing that we absolutely all share, which is the terror of death, the terror of life too, in a way. I think those are inextricably linked. And that is one of the most, if not the most, universally shared experience that humans have. And we all manage it in different ways, yeah. And that's when we end up disagreeing with each other and fighting over that. But I don't know, there's something about that. And I think that this sentiment ties into the danse macabre, which is what we're talking about, the word of the podcast. I think it's called a memento mori, which some people probably already know what that is. It's a reminder of your mortality. And which is an interesting idea in and of itself. The fact that for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries, people have been creating these reminders of death, specifically named so. There's some understanding that there's something important about remembering your own mortality. And I wonder how much we move away from that as a culture now. I think that, not to say that it's some kind of cure-all, but when I see how easily we get wrapped up in every daily scandal, things are so petty, so transient, so surface level that we get caught up in. And it seems like if you took a moment to remember your mortality and remember that that's the thing that we're all trying to face at the end of the day, we're all trying to get to the end of our lives without feeling like our actual life was badly spent. I think that's something almost every human being can share in common, is that we don't want to reach the end of our lives with too many regrets about how we spent it. I think that if we focus on that, it kind of grounds people, and it puts things more in perspective. So the danse macabre is a scene that shows the one of the first depictions of it shows a pope, a king, a child, and a laborer, and they're all, I believe they're all like linking hands, and it's like this dance. And the idea is that death comes for all. And you see that in the last, I think it's the last scene of the movie. The actor says, I can see them all. I can see death is leading them up the hill. They're dancing and linking hands, and something about like death being a merciless master, making them dance. And I love that scene. I love that it ends. I think it's something important that the movie ends with that, because in a way the movie itself is a memento mori.